Hey, how's it going everybody? Today I'm going to be doing a double review of Treblab's wireless Bluetooth speakers, the HD7 and the HD77. So the HD7 is a compact portable Bluetooth speaker. It is the smaller one. While I think both are pretty small, this one you could actually fit in, say, a purse or a small bag. I mean, you could have it in the front pouch of a backpack, really, so very, very compact while still having some quality to it. So we'll dive into this one first, the HD7. We'll start with the boxing. I actually like the boxing on the HD7 a little bit better than the 77 because it has the magnet there. I'm not too particular on boxing, it's just a little thing. You know, HD77 is a typical open up box like that, and then the HD7 has the magnet. So both speakers have the ability to pair to two different ones if you happen to have two Treblab speakers. Playtime for the HD7 is 25 hours, and they are both 360 speakers with speakers in the front and the back. So opening this one up, just comes undone like this. We get a little sticker right here, the little packet there. We'll take it out. Comes in the plastic here. Ooh. And there we have it. Got Treblab, got the volume, play button, and power. Power it on, just hold it.
Power on.
Power
Bluetooth
on.
mode.
There we go. The HD7 is very small, light, and sturdy. I really like how even on this small of a speaker, they still did the subwoofer on the side thing here. You can move it with your finger. They vibrate like a little bit when playing music. The HD77, the big one, they move a lot. It's actually not even the length of my hand here, so you can put this in a lot of places. You can, like I said, front of a backpack, purse. I would really, if I'm being dead honest, I think the one to go for is actually the HD77, the one I'm about to talk about. For most people, it's still a small speaker and it sounds incredible, but finishing up on what I think of this one, it is so compact and so small and still decent quality. Coming in at $60, it is better than what you'd expect from a little, you know, $30, $40, $50 speaker from Best Buy. It sounds actually pretty decent, doesn't sound bad at all. And I think if you are, particularly if you're a girl or, you know, anyone who carries a purse or a small bag, you can fit this in the bag. The other one, it's borderline. I mean, it's a little bulky, but this one I would say is just the best for small bags and purses. You can take this wherever you go, like on your person. So that being said, let's move on to the big boy, the HD77. So once again, 360 sound. This one has 5 hours less. It has 20 hours of playtime because it's quite a bit more powerful. And if I didn't mention already, they do both make phone calls. So we'll go ahead and open it here. Kick into gear. I like how this one has a little fluffy with it. Just unsheath that. Bring it out here. Same way. Comes right out. Da-da-da-da. And it looks exactly the same. So now that we're looking at them both here, you could tell they're not that much different in size, but if compactness and space is the, you know, of the utmost importance to you, this one's pretty good, very small. But if you can, you know, if you're just gonna use this around the house or bring it with you to like a little party or in the car, this is the one I would go with personally. It's only a $20 difference, this one's $80. And the bass on this is pretty bumping. This thing moves quite a bit. What would that, it's about a 2-inch sub there. So very punchy, a legit sub in there. And this one is pretty good. The speaker on this sounds, you know, as good as, you know, an old, you know, large stereo system from the 90s, I'd say. You know, those boom boxes you get as a kid with the mid, you know, the CD deck and then the two speakers on the side. It's something that, you know, about the size of this Yamaha over here. It's about as good as that, and it's pretty loud too. So I really like this one personally. So the only weird negative about the HD77, the bigger one, is it is very bass heavy, and when listening to certain, say, like YouTube videos, it is a little bit bassy and hard to make out. Like some of the worst example I would say is I was listening to a YouTube channel. They were reviewing a car, and he was talking about the car while driving it, and it was a Viper, so it was very droney, very bassy, and it wasn't the video. I could hear it fine from any other speakers or headphones. You could not make out what he was saying because it's very bass heavy, and it's droney like a car is droney when you just chop off the muffler and all that. It's just so yeah, this kind of exacerbates that issue. But you know, on podcasts, you know, if the guy has a deep voice, it might be a little jarring. The bass in his voice or so. But other than those two things, for music, I see why they did it. this little speaker bumps pretty good. I just wish they had like maybe a little slider for like, you know, just give me high end and low end, just like treble and bass, like a little slider on something like this. Make it $20 more even, and it would be perfect if you could just like tune it a little bit. Now if you have Spotify, that's not an issue because they have a little equalizer on it, but like if you have Tidal, it's not going to work. There's no equalizer. I guess that's not the speaker's fault, that's more of Tidal's fault. But you know, YouTube as well and podcasts as well, you can't really tune the audio, so it might be a little bass heavy. But overall, I really like these speakers, and these two do chain together. The only thing is when you chain them together, the volume decreases, so you can't really blast music out of two of them. You would think that that would be the point, right? Is to blast music out of two instead of one, but then the volume lowers, so it kind of defeats the purpose. So not sure what they were doing there, or if the signal's not strong enough from maybe a phone per se. Maybe you could like do it with auxiliary, but yeah, it doesn't work as good as I would like it to. The HD77 here definitely clocks in as my second favorite product I've ever tried from Treblab, next to the Z2 headphones. Those headphones are still, to this day, I use them every single day. They're awesome, best headphones I've ever tried under $100, and this is right behind it. I'm not really the market for a portable speaker per se, but I know a lot of people are. I consume music, you know, more at home and in the car, and I'm more of a you know, computer monitor kind of guy, as you can see with the Yamaha HS8s and whatnot. But you know, I know a lot of people who like portable speakers, and this is definitely one of the best I've seen for, especially for this price. You know, anything that has sounded better than this to me is usually around $300. I mean, you know, Beats by Dre had this like giant like lunchbox you could buy back in the day for like $300. That was pretty cool, but once again, $300, not $80. So this is really good value, and I like it a lot. I'll probably be using it. So hope you guys liked the review, and with that, I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.